This is a pre-market analysis of 28th of July. So it's a monthly expiry. It can be a volatile day. So be very careful. And also, if you look at the straddle premium, it's very less, just 120. So the range is also expected to be very less. And in case of something happened after or beyond that, then there could be wild move on either of the side, right? So if you look at it, it's around 24,000. It's a flat opening. And since it's a flat opening, and if it is within yesterday's range, then the sellers will dominate. It will be the time decay. And if you look at 23,900 could be a good support, and also 24,100 could be a resistance. So I am looking this expiry around 24,000 plus or minus 100, right? So even though the straddle premium is around 120 only, but looking for plus or minus 100, and accordingly I'll build the position 24,000 straddle or 23,950 straddle. Accordingly, we will plan that. Okay. So let's see what are the major points that we need to look at today. You can see IT ADRs are very strong. IT is getting the strength. There is some value addition, value buying is coming from the IT sector, and you can also see Jeffries upgrade for the Indian IT sector. That is also positive for IT. And US-Iran attack, that there is a temporary pause, not official, but for the last 3 days there is no attack on either side. But not only Strait of Hormuz, now the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb is also on picture. Houthis are coming in the picture. That part also I'll discuss. And we have seen yesterday also almost 3% decline in the crude oil price, which is positive. But US market is not that positive. This is not reflected, and that's why Gift Nifty is not showing any positive opening or anything. Because US market, if you see the semiconductor stocks and all were negative, and that's why US market did not close positive. So, and also this Fed decision is coming, major earning is coming. That's why US market is slightly cautious. So these are the things that we need to look at. Anyway, monthly expiry can be volatile. If you look at it, this last 3 weeks, 3 expiries of this month, it has been peaceful. Whether you see Sensex or expiry, it has been very good, peaceful, even for straddlers. There is no effort, nothing to do. So you see, a baller normally giving you normal balls, right? What you can expect towards the end, there may be a bouncer which can come. So we can expect a bouncer, and if you can handle a bouncer properly, then you can hit it for a six. But if you are not expecting the bouncer and if you're not able to handle it, then you may go for a lazy shot and you may get out also. So I want you to be careful and be ready to hit a six if you get it, or just leave it. Just don't get casual, touch of it. Not get into that trap simply, right? Either you avoid a bouncer or you be ready to hit a six. Just don't get into the trap. That's what I want to tell you. Even otherwise, April also, if you see, all the three expiries were very good, but then last expiry you might have wiped out almost half of the gain that you might have made in the rest of the expiry. So I don't want that to happen, especially for option sellers. Option buyers, anyway, if you get whatever limited opportunity, you should try to capitalize on that. Okay, so we have the mentoring session where we have the option buying. If you would like to join, you can join the session. You can talk to my team and you can join the session. Option selling is also there. That's the post afternoon session, right? So now let's coming back to ADR first. So if you look at Indian ADR, IT ADR sharply rose. If you look at Infosys, it's 6% higher, and compared to Indian market, even 3.5% higher. So there is a fresh positive arbitrage difference of almost 4%. And if you look at Wipro is around 3% higher, and there is a fresh arbitrage positive difference of 3%. Arbitrage means difference between these two markets. So they will try to catch up. Okay. So the takeaway is IT stocks are expected to be in focus today. IT is very strong. Yesterday also, if you see, market were strong because of IT mainly. And Jeffrey's view on Indian IT is also very positive. So from underweight, they now came to neutral. That itself was very positive because they have mentioned it, that concern regarding the disruption in the Indian IT have reduced. A large part of the negative outlook is already reflected in IT stock price. So now this is a value buying. Even I'm buying and I'm accumulating all these. You are getting Infosys and all is at the best of the price that you can, I think, ever get in your lifetime. So I think so. But we don't know. In case if it is going down, we must be prepared. Anyway, it stops, right? So have already undergone significant correction. So this is the best level. Now, monthly expiry, higher intraday volatility, and premium is also less. When the premium is less, that is when the issue will come. Sudden spike on either of the side, that will force the sellers also to run for the cover. It will hit the stop losses here and there, right? So that will give you, both side moves. So for sellers, what I want to tell you is that just don't build the position immediately when the market opens. See if the market is in the range, then you can confidently start with a straddle. Or If they try to come down first to 23,900, then look for a put option at the support level, which is a very important support. And if the market is bouncy, then at the middle, you convert that into a straddle, right? You can have a straddle at the middle. And then if it is going to 24,100, and then you can look for a call sell. So you can plan like that. Range, you keep 24,100 on the upside, 23,900 on the downside. In between, you can have a straddle, you can have a positioner, you can have a positioner. So this is how I'll build the position. But again, I have to look at the market condition and then I'll see that. Banking ADR, if you see HDFC almost flat, ICICI almost 1% increases there. So that is again looking good. HDFC, those internal things have almost sorted out. It is looking good. So now coming to US Iran update. US have earlier suspended the airstrikes to Iran, right? That anyway I've discussed. Diplomatic discussion is going on. Iran also indicated that it would pose attacks as long as US maintain its pose. So it's a temporary conflict pose, and that actually helped the market to recover. That helped the crude oil price also to come down. That gave a positive sentiment in the market. And Trump also stated that the US and Iran were having good and deep talks. So if diplomacy failed now, then the US military would attack aggressively, Iran will retaliate, then the issue will come in Strait of Hormuz, and Houthis will attack in Bab el Mandeb, and then the energy crisis will come. Oil now from 82 will go to 100, then the stock market will crash again. We will go to 23,500. This is what the situation, right? We can expect that to happen any point of time. So Iran's response is Iran had not requested the resumption of negotiation. Iran, of course, will tell like that only, and its position regarding the Strait of Hormuz have never changed also. So communication may be continuing through intermediaries. That's the possible interpretation that we can make. Now coming to Strait of Hormuz shipping activity, Sunday, if you look at it, 7 vessels have closed. Saturday, only 3. So compared to that, it's better. So current traffic, in fact, it's almost 15% of the pre-conflict level. So the physical oil supply that still remained heavily disrupted despite all these diplomatic posts, and Iran continued to state that Iran is controlling the strait. And now on the other side, Bab el Mandeb and the Red Sea, the Houthis of in Yemen, they claimed they targeted the Saudi Arabia's east-west oil pipeline, and Saudi also said that the attack was intercepted. So if you look at shipping activity over there, only around 11 commodity vessels have closed Bab el Mandeb. So out of which some were oil tankers. So shipping activity basically of both Strait of Hormuz and the Red Sea, in fact, remained significantly below the normal. But still, because of all these positive, news and other things, the constructive talks of Trump and the comments, oil prices still lower 3% compared to yesterday. So it was 5% down, then 5% down, now it's 4% down. So it's almost 14% down from the high we have seen on Friday. It was around 97. Now Brent is around 85, right? So last session it was around 88. Now it came down to 85. WTI around 82. So the crude oil price coming down, which is a very good sign. US market, despite this positivity, have closed slightly negative. In fact, it opened significantly higher, but because of AI stock and semiconductor stock weakness, it actually came down. So now the earnings are coming, Meta earnings, Amazon earning, Apple, Microsoft, and Fed interest rate decision is also there. And according to CME FedTech Fed Watch tool, this probability, there is a 40% of probability that 25% basis point rate increase. So all these are concerned, and that's why Dow is just 0.5% up. The S&P is flat. Nasdaq is down by 0.2%. VIX around 18.5, not much change. Gift Nifty is trading around 23,960, which means around 30 point. We closed at 23,995, so it's expiry day, final monthly, no premium. So we should be getting some 25-30 point gap down, right? And it may test 900 level also. It may test 24,000 also. So 24,000 could be a resistance if that is close to 24,100. So 24,000 level, it is like, for me, it's a neutral level. I would say that level try to be defended for sure. And let's see what is going to happen. That's the best raise that you can actually keep in mind. So there is a strong Infosys ADR movement, strong Wipro ADR movement. Jeffries upgraded Indian IT, which is positive. Infosys, in fact, added to Jeffries India's portfolio, which is again very good. Even I also added so much, good amount I've invested, right? At least minimum 25 lakhs I've invested in Infosys at these levels. As I think that's my thought process, that I won't be getting this for my daughter in a much better price than this at any point of time. That's my thought. I don't know whether it is true or not. But I have invested significantly. I've invested significantly in HDFC also when it came to that 750 level. Okay, now Brent crude has declined to 85, which is again positive, and all these. But US market still cautious because of this earnings and the Fed decision which is going to come, and also you see the Fed decision. There is a possibility that it can increase the interest rate for almost 40%. So Strait of Hormuz again issues there. Babel Mandab is also issues there. Now coming to institutional activity, yesterday they sold for 1,700 crore. So the only thing negative that I see at this point of time is there is one round of selling you can expect from FIAs, especially monthly expiry. Right, their position is like bearish position. So when and where we don't know. As an option buyer, only thing is that you cannot anticipate and keep buying that, then it will melt. Right, rather if you get that momentum, you try to chase that. So one round of selling, I'm expecting, even if they're selling for 2,000 crore, you'll be getting some very good move. If you get that entry at the right point, maybe at after 2 o'clock, premium is also less. You can capitalize also. So for option buyers, that's the only trade that I'll tell you. And if you look at the open interest, put open interest added around 16%, call open interest 2.5%. So PCR has actually improved, which is positive. Currently, it is 1.05. Retailers are 13% bullish, FIAs are 13% bearish, prop traders are neutral. So this is what, as of now, the positioning is. Now, yeah, these are the main things that I want to discuss. So the range expected to be 24,000 plus or minus 100. Nothing more is going to happen beyond 24,100. I don't think so. Today it will go. But if they break that, then 24,200. Similarly, on the downside, 23,800, a larger range. But considering the straddle premium and all, it won't happen. So trade responsibly, trade carefully. If you would like to join our sessions for the live market mentoring program where we trade and teach you live, so you can talk to my team, join the session, and I see you there.